Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging headfirst into something pretty wild, actually. It's one of the most unexpected and frankly kind of bizarre digital gold rushes happening right now. We're talking about AI slop.
Right.
Yeah, this growing trend where creators are making, well, serious money from really low effort, often quite unsettling video content, and it's churned out almost entirely by artificial
It
intelligence.
sounds almost counterintuitive, doesn't it? Low effort, high reward.
Exactly. So what is AI slop specifically? Imagine these endlessly looping animations, maybe disembodied hands doing weird, repetitive things,
Uh-huh.
or, AI-generated cartoons that have that uncanny valley feel. Just slightly off-kilter, enough to make you pause.
Yeah, that off feeling is key, I think.
Definitely. And look, these aren't high-art productions. Not even close. Our sources show creators are using powerful AI tools like a ChatGPT for maybe dozens of random, unsettling script
Right,
ideas.
just generating prompts.
Yeah, feeding those into video generators like OpenAI's Sora to visualize these surreal scenes,
Yeah.
and then maybe using voice cloning tools like 11 Labs for voiceovers that are either eerily human-like or sometimes deliberately unsettling.
It's like an assembly line.
Totally. Content creation driven by algorithms. And here's the kicker. People are cashing in, big time, on this really strange, almost inexplicable stuff.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, if you connect the dots,
Mhm.
is the why behind it being so lucrative. We're seeing creators, some with absolutely no prior video or film background, earning thousands per month.
Thousands, wow.
Well, they're basically leveraging platform algorithms intelligently, I should say. These algorithms prioritize engagement above almost everything else. So what our sources are highlighting is that the stranger or the more confusing or maybe the more sensationally weird the content is.
The more it grabs eyeballs.
Exactly. It hits that
Oh.
kind of curiosity gap or maybe even that uncanny valley effect we mentioned. It's just off
Mhm.
enough that you stop scrolling. You just have to figure out what on earth you're looking at.
Right, you can't look away.
And because these videos can get such explosive reach with almost zero production cost, well, that trickle of ad revenue, it quickly turns into a flood for these creators.
Huh. It's almost like the internet's become this giant Rorschach test, and AI slop is just creating the ink blots.
That's a good analogy.
People see what they want, or maybe they just share their confusion, and the algorithm just goes, oh, engagement, more, please.
Mm-hmm.
So if algorithms are rewarding this sort of strangeness over, let's say, traditional quality, what does that mean for the human creators who are actually trying to build careers on this stuff?
That's a really important question.
Because this isn't just some niche thing anymore, is it? It seems to be growing into a full-blown business model. We've even seen reports of some creators quitting school or their regular jobs just to focus on this.
Yeah, and then teaching others.
And then teaching others. It's wild.
Hmm.
So look, if you're listening and maybe thinking of starting a channel or you're exploring AI tools or you're just curious about where digital audiences are heading, this deep dive into AI slop is definitely a trend worth watching.
Absolutely.
So, okay, we've touched on this engine of engagement, how it powers AI slop. But let's really get into what this minimal input, maximal output looks like. From the creator's side, you mentioned people are earning serious money. Can you give us a clearer sense of the actual workflow? How are they getting such a high return on what seems like such low effort?
Yeah, absolutely. The sources suggest that the genius, if you want to call it that, lies in bypassing all the traditional barriers to entry. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
Making traditional video content. That usually requires expensive gear or artistic skill or, a really nuanced understanding of storytelling, editing,
Shipment effort. Oh.
lots of it. Exactly. AI slop just sidesteps all of that.
Yeah.
A creator might spend, literally minutes brainstorming some bizarre prompt for a video generator. Something like, I don't know, a blue alien teaching a cat to play the saxophone in a pixelated desert.
Okay, yeah, specific.
The AI then just spits out a video. Maybe it's weird, maybe it's a bit janky.
Janky's probably putting it mildly sometimes.
Yeah, right. But that very jankiness, that weirdness, can actually become part of its viral appeal. Then they often just slap on some royalty-free music or maybe an AI-generated voiceover, and boom, it's ready to upload.
So the effort isn't in the craft, it's in the prompt engineering
Yeah.
and just being consistent.
Pretty much. Prompt engineering and consistency, not traditional craft. And this allows for just an unprecedented volume of content. We're talking about channels that might be churning out dozens, maybe even hundreds of these videos a day.
Hundreds a day. That's
Staggering. It's a sheer numbers game. They're just leveraging that algorithmic reach at scale.
Wow. Quantity over what we'd normally think of as quality. It's a really stark reminder, isn't it, that the rules of content creation have been completely rewritten. It seems to favor this instant virality over, traditional
It
crafts.
certainly looks that way in this specific niche.
But this gold rush, it can't be all positive, right? It feels like there must be some shadows here. While it sounds like a potentially fantastic opportunity for maybe new creators without resources, some sources are raising pretty significant questions.
Oh, they are, yes.
What are the sort of broader implications, the challenges this kind of content presents, especially for the platforms and maybe even for the very idea of human creativity?
Yeah, that's a really crucial point to unpack.
Hmm.
If we connect this back to the bigger picture, this trend raises some quite important and I think difficult questions. So from the perspective of, let's say, human creators,
Hmm.
the rise of AI slop definitely creates a real tension.
I can imagine.
Our sources talk about how artists, animators, filmmakers, people who pour their heart and soul, years of skill, significant resources into their work, suddenly find themselves competing for attention, competing with content that was, frankly, generated in minutes.
Yeah.
So the question becomes, is this AI slop ultimately devaluing their craft? Is it just diluting the whole digital landscape with, well, noise?
It's a fair question. What about the platforms? How are they dealing with this flood?
Well, that's the other side of the coin. The platforms themselves, like YouTube or TikTok, they're grappling with this just unprecedented volume of content.
Mm.
Content that is often strange, sometimes completely nonsensical, and occasionally really pushes boundaries. Maybe not breaking rules explicitly, but getting close.
Testing the limits.
Exactly. This forces them into this constant evolving battle with content moderation. They're trying to distinguish, genuine community guidelines violations from just sheer bizarreness. It's like a never-ending arms race
Yeah.
against content that seems designed to be just provocative enough to get engagement, but
Okay.
maybe without explicitly breaking the rules.
Which must put immense strain on their systems and their human moderators, too.
Huge strain
Yeah.
on both automated systems and the people overseeing them.
Hmm. It really is a fascinating tension, isn't it? You've got this undeniable opportunity for lightning fast monetization on one side,
Hmm.
and then these pretty big looming questions for creators and platforms on the other. It really makes you think about the future of digital content.
It does. Where is this all heading?
So let's leave our listeners with this thought. What does the rise of AI slop really tell us about what truly captures human attention in this digital age? And maybe more importantly, what does this mean for the future of creativity itself?
Big questions, ones without easy answers right now.
Definitely. We encourage you, our listeners, to keep exploring these ideas on your own. Mull it over. It's a strange new world out there.